right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Only one alpha brain? Great. Well, we'll see what we can do on only one alpha brain, but. All right, number one for me is BTBT, Bitcoin back above 40,000. If you remember the other day, I said it, and I stand by it. Monday morning, I said I don't trust these day one moves on the crypto stocks. Now understand, the crypto stocks are different than Bitcoin. Okay, I'm a long-term believer in Bitcoin, holding long-term. I believe in it. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I believe in it. Understand the stocks are just trades. Okay, BTBT, sketch. Riot, sketch. Mara, sketch. On down the line. I got the whole list, all these. What do I got? 36 stocks on my Bitcoin cryptocurrency watch list. They're all sketch. So understand when I talk about Bitcoin, it's different than talking about Bitcoin stocks, okay? So that being said, I chose to ignore BTBT on Monday. It was the best stock of the day. Hey, nobody's perfect. What I like about today is Bitcoin's back. This is, we're 3 days into the move now. And now I will say this. I'm going to be conservative as always and wait till midday, late day. My biggest concern with BTBT is bag holders from Monday. This went as high as 950. My fear is there's going to be selling pressure in the morning. Okay, remember, somebody needs to make me a shirt. We need an entire line of pre-market prep shirts, but what's the bag holder dream? Okay. We talk about bag holders wake up in the middle of the night with a smile on their face when they dreaming about getting back to break even. Okay. So that's my concern with BTBT early is the bag holders from Monday. Oh, by the way, would like to give a shout out. Old school pre-market prep members will know. We've got Alex back helping me out today. Give me a thanks to Alex. And thank Nicole. Nicole helps me these days. I got an amazing team behind me. All I do is show up and yell at this computer. But I've got an amazing team behind me that helps me with all of this stuff. So thank you, Alex. And thank you, Nicole, for reaching out to Alex because Nicole's internet is down. All right, that being said, let's get to work. So, GRVI. CBD. This is weed stock, CBD stock. Oh man, nice gap up, multi-month breakout. I don't know. It's 7 million float and traded 4 million shares. GRVI is okay, dip and rip. My thing is I'm going to be more dialed in on the I like the crypto plays more myself. So, whoops. Johnson asks about SPRT. So SPRT ran into the close last night. Low float stock, good volume. This thing's been squeezing for an entire week. I kind of like this consolidation range here. Hopefully this kind of chops around right here and then breaks 950. So 950 risk on 9. I like SPRT. SPRT over 950 risk on 9. Mainly, the one thing I'm not in love. Oh, geez, we're back at 52s. Oh, okay. So, back at 52s. They had good news the other day. Good volume, float rotation. So my hope is, again, I do that. Well, let me draw it. What we like to see on these is kind of that chop around into the open and then that hold of VWAP. And then really at any point today, You're looking for that perk through 950, risk down on 9, which is also VWAP. Then you could have a goal, 1050, 11. I mean, it's blue sky on SPRT at this point. James Monroe asks about BVXV. What is BVXV? Crappy biotech. Oh, with a disgusting gap down chart. I don't know. Listen. It's probably due for a bounce here. But this just isn't my type of chart. I mean, I get what you guys are looking at. Huge gap down last fall. But I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about it. A bunch of you are asking about it. I'm here to please. Okay? I'm here for you guys. I'll answer your questions. So if you're going to trade this, I would, this is an ebook pattern, okay? That break of previous day's highs. And then, you risk VWAP. So you might be like, oh, Tim, what's with the angst? It's just these huge gap down charts. You go back to bag holders. Think of the bags. And I don't know. Okay, so in summary, it traded 24 million shares yesterday. Breaks of 4, risk on VWAP, and don't overstay is the biggest thing I would tell you. It's a sketch biotech. We had a Google map for their office. Nope, of course not. What do these guys even do? Their web pages. Oh, there. All right. I don't know. So, there's your plan. Not my favorite by any means. I'm a beginner, and I still don't understand the trick behind the graphs and predictions. Interesting question. So, number one, there is no trick behind charting, okay? What I would suggest, I'm looking behind me for the book. Listen, Brian Shannon, technical analysis over multiple time frames, I think is a must buy. Go to the StocksToTrade YouTube, charts. I talk about books all the time, Japanese candlesticks. There's tons of books. There's tons of resources. Understand that there is no trick. We're just looking for patterns that have repeated in the past. So, and again, if you don't understand technical analysis, it's cool. It takes time, but that's why I'm here to try and help you with this. So, Wells the Great says, HPIL, looking for a second opinion. HPIL. Yeah! OTC, I can't tell you anything. And it's not a breakout. Ellen asks about INTZ. Another bag holder chart. Thoughts on Apple, earnings winner, week open red to green. Yeah, listen, real stock-wise, love this. They crushed it on earnings. Remember, when it comes to earnings, here's your post-it note of the day. One of the reasons we don't play guessing games with earnings, you ready? Got your pen ready? Write this down. The first move is always the wrong move, okay? The problem with stuff like Apple and all of these quote-unquote real stock earnings plays is you've got all these algos that are just doing crazy stuff based on the headline, etc. So, listen, if you want to YOLO some options on an earnings play, please leave my live stream, okay? There's no edge there. And we see so often that these HFT, these algos, they just do wild stuff. Like, I mean, look at Apple. It spikes, it drops, spikes, drops at last night. And then here we are, like, they make $1 trillion, iPhone sales exploding, and it's red on the day. So, love this as a week open red to green. All of the earnings winners are week open red to greens. And what I'm always going to say is have realistic expectations, okay? Understand if Apple does go green, it's not going to, 180 today, okay? You just got to have, I mean, we mostly talk about low price, low float stocks because you have small accounts and you're looking to catch those big moves. So, what do you think about Snap week open red to green? Yeah, Snap, same comments. Or even a bounce off of green to red. What do you think about TAL? All of these Chinese education plays. So, man, risky. Please be careful with these things. So, if you're familiar with the headline, which you should be, if you're paying attention, basically, last couple of years there was like this explosion of Chinese education plays, some big runners, and then like just this week, that's what happens when you have a communist government. I mean, basically, they're just like, we're done. You guys are done. So this is a lot like, what was it? BVXV. Okay. I get what you're looking at. I get the temptation to want to bounce stocks, but the headline's just so bad on these. I mean, these things could get delisted. So do what you want with the China education plays. Please don't swing trade them. Listen, I don't care if they close at the high of the day. Okay. We remember Luckin Coffee. I mean, DD is so sketch. This is an IPO from like 2 weeks ago. It's probably going to get delisted. I mean, so there's your lesson of the day. I say avoid the China education plays, but if you can't resist the temptation, please only day trade them. INFI. Man, everyone wants to talk gap downs today. All right, I'm going to move on because all these gap down charts are all the same thing. So listen, if you guys want to try and bounce sketchy, terrible biotechs with enormous gap downs, enjoy. My two mains are BTBT, 945 or later, that breakout, and SPRT over 950. So there you go. I don't know, man. You guys are free. Listen, I'm just here to answer questions and do what I can in 15 minutes to help you guys out. But where do these ideas come from, man? Remember, biotechs. Man, I'm just dropping all kinds of lessons today. Do you guys know why sketchy money losing biotechs are publicly traded companies? Okay. Here's your lesson. Get the pen out. They're publicly traded because no one else will give them money. Banks won't give them money. Wealthy individuals won't give them money. Their dad won't give their money. I mean, listen, sketchy money-losing biotechs are like the kid that is such a loser that even his dad is like, no, I'm done giving you $50 because all you do is buy a bag of weed and forget to go to your job interview. That's low-priced biotechs, okay? So what I do, I trade them on day one, PR, ridiculous volume, and breakouts on the daily and the intraday chart. But I will leave you with the chart of BVXV. It ain't that. So, all right, my friends. again, have a great day, and we will check out the Steady Trade team. Also, remember, I got that webinar tomorrow night, hour-long webinar, and have a great day. Ugh. Gap down biotechs. Woo! What a day.